So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, well, we're just going to talk about this because a match has been made after this segment, but, there's just so much going on. I'm just going to separate and just talk about the segment first, and then we'll talk about the match later, pretty much. So yeah, here we go, talking about... Now, before we actually talk about the segment with Grayson Waller and Logan Paul, we gotta talk about one that happened backstage. Now we see Bayley and Io Sky talking and celebrating for Bayley's victory and stuff, keeping her spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And Shotzi comes up having an issue, and she goes like, "I'm not done with y'all," and she punches Bayley in the face and starts going after Io. But then obviously it's just 2-on-1, so Bayley and Io starts beating the hell out of Shotzi, and they hit a double suplex onto a table. The table didn't break or nothing. And then Bayley grabs a pair of scissors while Io's holding her down, and Bayley cuts off a little bit of Shotzi's hair. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then we get to the next segment of the night where we see Grayson Waller inside the ring hosting the Grayson Waller effect, and he introduces his special guest, Logan Paul. And Logan Paul comes out, and Grayson Waller's talking about the Money in the Bank ladder match, and Logan Paul talking about how he will win the Money in the Bank ladder match tomorrow, and then he can either cash in on Seth Rollins to get his revenge on him and become the new World Heavyweight Champion, or he can go cash in on the Tribal Chief, where he still gets unfinished business with. So yeah, that's what Logan Paul was talking about, but then he gets interrupted by LA Knight. LA Knight comes out, and, he starts talking about how Logan Paul is not going to be the one winning the Money in the Bank ladder match. He says he's going to be the one winning the Money in the Bank ladder match and holding the briefcase and all that stuff and cashing it in, all that, because he is a megastar. And yeah, he gets in the ring, and Logan Paul was talking about how LA Knight keeps on calling himself a megastar, considering somebody that was supposed to be a freaking manager in WWE. That's what Logan Paul said. And, Logan Paul said that LA Knight better be lucky that he is talking, that he's actually talking to LA Knight. So yeah, that's what Logan Paul said. LA Knight starts saying a few more things up until they get interrupted by Santos Escobar, and Santos Escobar was talking about how, that, tomorrow night that Logan Paul and LA Knight would not win the Money in the Bank ladder match. It will be him, and the LWO will have him and Zelina Vega as Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank winners. So yeah, that's what Santos Escobar said. And then he gets interrupted by Butch, and Butch quickly runs straight into the ring and starts attacking Logan Paul. Like, Butch got some issues with Logan Paul. He keeps on beating up Logan Paul. That's the first person he beats up. That'll be funny if he does it again tomorrow night. But yeah, Butch is going at it with Logan Paul, and we see LA Knight going at it with Santos Escobar, and then we see Logan Paul throwing Butch over the announce table and all that stuff, going at it. So yeah, everybody's brawling out there, and then they go on commercial break, and then yeah, up next will be a triple threat match. Butch versus LA Knight versus Santos Escobar in a triple threat match up next on SmackDown. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then.